Peace, assalamu alaikum, hope tip, grand rising, praise God, what's up, what's happening, or whatever it is that you subscribe to. Y'all ride with me for a few minutes. I'm on my way to the job site, so y'all ride with me and let me run a story with y'all right quick. And while y'all ride with me, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment. I don't even care if you don't like it. I don't even care if it's a negative comment. Comment one time. Do what you gotta do. And if you don't want to do it, it's cool. I appreciate the view. So most prison stories is always the negative side, right? People are always telling you about people getting poked on, people selling the drugs, people going to the hole. It's always the negative stuff. When you hearing these prison stories, I mean, it's prison, so it's full of a bunch of criminals, a bunch of vultures, you know what I mean, a bunch of snakes, so it's mostly negative, but you do have some positive stories in prison. So I'm gonna share one about Lil BG. Lil BG was a black gangster. And you gotta go do your history, do your research. I know everybody's familiar with GDs and BDs, but a lot of people ain't familiar with the BGs. They all fall up under the 6 though, you know what I mean? So BG, he was from the Delta. I can't remember what town he was from, and we in Marshall County. And BG was a cool dude, man. Like, he was in prison for something he didn't do. Now I know a lot of people that come to prison, they gonna lie and say they ain't do it. I mean, that's what criminals do. They lie. You know what I mean? Even though they might have pled guilty to the judge, but they come to prison, they tell their story like they ain't do it. Now some people take pride in, what they locked up for, because they might have gained a stripe or two. You know what I mean? Some people just mentally throw it off like that. You know what I mean? But BG was really in prison for something he ain't do, and nobody believed him. I mean, because like I said, people in prison lie. Inmates lie. They don't do nothing but lie, tell stories and sell dreams. But you can tell certain people. You can tell like he ain't no criminal. Like, he ain't no street cat. He ain't no thug. He ain't no drug dealer. Like, he really is a square. You know what I mean? And I really need y'all to take pride in being a square, if that's what you is, because it's the squares that gonna survive out here. Going to prison ain't cool, bro. Being a street nigga is not cool, man. Ain't nothing wrong with being a square. Because all the squares, when they were growing up, well, once you get older, you know what I mean, they got the houses, they got the nice cars, they got the nice job, or they own businesses. So be a square, bro. Don't try to be no street nigga and end up in prison. But anyway, BG was locked up because he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, hanging with his homeboy. So he ran a story to me about, he from the hood, but he wasn't into that. He wasn't raised to be no street cat. But some of his friends, they dipping and dabbing in the streets. So he tell me one day some of his friends come pick him up, and he thinking they finna go to a football game. It's a Friday night, and he said they ain't go to the football game. It was like, he said it was him and 2 more of his friends, and they just riding around, joyriding. And he said they see one of his friends see a guy at the store that he had an issue with over a female. So he said, they pull up to the store, and the dude he had the issue with, he coming up out the store, and his friend, he was on the passenger side, and he jumped out the car, and he just started whooping the dude. driver's side. He get out the car and he jump on the dude too. And BG, he in the back. Even though BG, you know, he claiming black gangster, but you know, he really ain't even with that. You know what I mean? He trying to go to school. He trying to go to college. You know what I mean? He trying to do some positive things in his life. But being in the wrong place at the wrong time got him sent to prison. Now he tried to fight the charge, but guilty by association. And the two friends that he was with said that BG helped him jump on the boy. But the boy said he don't know who jumped on him. All he know, he got jumped on, and they messed him up pretty bad. So, and that's another thing, bro. Like, you can't be trusting these. There is no honor amongst thieves. So, if you a good dude, you a square dude, you trying to do the right thing, and you got friends that's dipping and dabbing in the street, bro, don't hang with them guys. Do not hang with them guys. There's no honor amongst thieves. You get caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time, they gonna involve you in it because they don't want to go down by themselves. So this was the situation. So fast forward, I think they gave BG like 3 years, he told me. And he's saying he's still trying to fight the case. And you know, it's really just an unfortunate situation. Now everybody rock with BG though, you know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody getting no hard time. And even though he was a BG, you know, he really wasn't. A lot of people didn't even know he was BG. I knew because, you know, me and him was cool. So he wasn't even plugged in. Like, he wasn't even claiming it in prison. You know what I mean? Because I guess he just seen how things go, and he like, you know, he trying to go home. So he ain't trying to involve himself. He ain't trying to involve himself in nothing. But to make a long story short, so I'm about to get ready to pull up to the job site. Me and BG, I think we did like, he came to Marshall County, he was there about 6 months. And one day, he went and got on the phone. They ain't had no cell phones in the prison at this time. He had to go get on the blue phone on the wall. So me being observant, you know what I mean, I see him over there on the phone. So he get off the phone, he hang the phone up, clean. Then he come straight to me. He all excited and whatnot. He like, man, I just got off the phone with my mom, bro. And she said she had talked to a lawyer and found some loopholes in the cases. And saying that the boy said he kind of remember it wasn't only but 2 dudes that jumped on him. You know what I mean? So he said, I'm finna get ready to go back to court, bro. And you know what I mean? So I'm just waiting on them to call me so I can go back to court, bro. I got a good chance of going home, man, because I ain't do that, bro. Like, I ain't put my hands on that dude, man. I ain't supposed to be here. So I'm like, okay then, bro, that's good, man. You know what I mean? And by him being so positive, I can relate to him. And I kind of believe, like, he ain't do that because he just ain't that type of dude. You know what I mean? I ain't saying that he was scared or whatnot, but you know, that ain't what he wanted to do. That ain't how he wanted to live his life, and that ain't, you know, the situation that he wanted to be in. So fast forward, man, he ended up going back to court, and they let BG go home, man. They let BG go home, man. So I wanted to share that little small story to say that it is some positive things that go on in prison. I mean, like I said, it's mostly bad, but it is some positivity in prison. Like, you got some guys in prison that maybe didn't do what they said they did at the wrong place at the wrong time, or you know, they probably was in a situation where the DA and the judge made a mistake, or the police made a mistake. Who knows? But you do got some positive things, some positive outcome that'll work out in some inmates' favor. especially if they don't get involved in the gang life in prison. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just wanted to share that, man. So y'all stay positive and use your brain, bro. Don't be hanging with no street guys. If they your friends, you really don't even need to be friends with them, because there is no honor amongst thieves. So I just wanted to share that, man. It's your main man, Yasir. Until the next story, y'all be smooth out here.